Hello, YouTube. Today is a very special video to me because I'm very precious about the music I write. And that means that so far I've been very careful trying not to show too many people the music I'm working on. And that means I show it only to a select few people because I have this, I don't know what you call it, this creator complex or something, where I'm so precious about the music I write that I don't want anyone to know about it, because out of fear that they're gonna steal it, gonna take an idea, or out of fear that, they're just gonna copy me, which is ridiculous. Come on, I just have to get over this. I've got this new piece that I wrote in Sibelius, and it's not finished yet in Sibelius, but it's at the point where I can say I want to import it into Logic and start working on sounds, and working on sounds is going to affect how I compose in Sibelius. And I have both Sibelius and Logic open, Sibelius on one computer and Logic on the other. It's a pain in the ass to work like this, but the Sibelius version I have, Sibelius 6, and I cannot use it on my Mac Pro because Sibelius 6 is not compatible with the Mac Pro. So I have to go back and forth between the two machines. Today, though, we're only gonna look at me importing the MIDI file that I exported from Sibelius. I import that MIDI file into Logic, and I'm just gonna get started with picking some of the sounds, maybe some of the articulations. I have a class afterwards, and I want to be able to discuss the music I wrote with better sounds than what Sibelius offers me. All right, so this is the MIDI file, and I'm just gonna import the MIDI file into Logic. I run, of course, import tempo. I run everything, if I remember, on 48 kilohertz, because I always work with video and it's just gonna be compatible from the get-go. All right, this is the Sibelius session imported into Logic. Okay, so something that's awesome about MIDI is that now that I've imported the whole MIDI file, you can see it already wrote the correct time signatures and the correct tempos, the tempos that I put in Sibelius. And time signature change in Logic, to me, is always a big pain in the ass. You change the time signature and everything after the change is affected. It's very complicated to work with time signature change. You can do it every now and then, but it's just so much more complicated. And in Sibelius, it's so easy. It's sheet music. And the tempo map in Sibelius and in Logic, to me, is quite easy because you're working only with MIDI. However, in Logic, as soon as you start working with audio and you change the tempo, things can get messy real quick. And you can see there's like this little things and these darker MIDI areas. And that's the automation, the MIDI information from Sibelius about panning and volume, and that all gets translated into this file. Let's just check out what this sounds like. I never bother to download many of the stock sounds from Logic, just because my internet here is very slow. I'm running off a hotspot from my phone. Yeah, I'm not gonna use those sounds anyways. So this is probably gonna sound terrible. All right, play. See, there's panning here. There's panning here. Here you can see it clearly. Just give a bit more output. It's the second voice. Gonna import this later into Synthesizer V. And there's a mistake here. It's gonna play an 8th note at some point. Here. A dotted quarter note actually. And that shouldn't change. I have to change it in my Sibelius session. Now that's all voices and a bit of percussion. Here the percussion needs to continue. I'll do that at some point. Gets a bit more dramatic. And then the rest of the band comes in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Did you hear the glissando? That's MIDI automation that's drawn into the region by Sibelius. I'm clipping, sorry. Okay, and that's the verse, that's the voice. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I wanna get rid of this Sibelius MIDI automation. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna select everything, go here. I selected all the MIDI regions, and here you can see everything, all the MIDI information. Some of it is notes, and some of it is different values. The panning, the loudness, everything. And you can even see the lyrics, which we're gonna use later on for Synthesizer V. So the lyrics you can see here. Come and follow us, come and follow us. We are gathering in this sacred place. And that's going to be really helpful later when we import the voices into Synthesizer V. So from here, we want to select everything except the notes. I want to keep the notes. What I don't want to keep is the whole... Is it called metadata? Maybe. I don't need that. There's also, do you see that? Choir, ahas, reset all, blah, 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 reverb, sustain, volume, pan. That's all gonna affect the output. And I wanna get rid of all that information because my instruments, like my Vienna Symphonic library, my contact player instruments, they're all going to interpret that in a very different way, and it's going to be a pain in the ass for me to control that automation. So now I just delete. Okay, now it's gone. I have to go into each MIDI region. Delete. Command A, delete. Command A, delete. And I'm not deleting the MIDI notes, I'm deleting the MIDI automation. Okay, I got rid of all that automation. This is my chords. This goes way up to the top. I'm now gonna create a software instrument track and violin 1. Violin 1 and go to Vienna Synchron Player. Has to load. It gets the Vienna Synchron Player. No. No. You see, people, this is why you save stuff. And I just wanted to save it. Okay, I'm just gonna do this again. You don't have to watch me. Okay, let me just save it before I forget. New software instrument, new instrument, Vienna Synchron Player. And I'm just gonna do stereo for now. And go to Synchron Prime Edition, Synchron Collection, Synchron Strings Pro. First, violins. There you go. Violin 1. Then violins 2. Change the instrument to second violins. Then violas. Change the instrument. I don't use a template because every project, every song I write is different. Violas, cello. Cellos. That's kind of a pain. Sorry, I'm drinking an energy drink. And I'm just gonna write contra bass. And select the double bass. I'm not saying double bass because I play double bass. By that I mean drums. Let's select these and pull them down here. Select these and get rid of them. Okay, let's see what these sound like. Doesn't sound good at all because I have to play the right articulations at the right time, and I didn't program that yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do the horn section, new software instrument track. Let's see what these sound like together. Let's do load. And then tubular bells. Let's do new soft. I'm just doing the new software instrument because I'm too lazy to turn off all the sound effects plugins that are loaded automatically. Bells, tubular bells. They are loaded automatically when you create these. Do they sound correct? Yes. Okay. The drums for now I'm gonna leave. Let's create a new bass, E-bass. And here I'm gonna use Superior Tune Track, Easy Bass, Stereo. And I'm gonna use, of course, the metal bass. Metal bass. Yeah. Okay. Change the color. It sounds so much better already. These strings, I don't know why they remind me of Dimmu Borgir. I just listened to some Dimmu Borgir. And let's do the guitars. E-git 1, maybe dist for distortion, contact, stereo. It's loading. Cheers. I want to use the Sound Iron, it's the X Machina. And let's check it out, what it sounds by itself. Nice. Let's change the color of this one too. Pink. And this is the drum region. I think I'm gonna export this as MIDI. Export selection as MIDI file. Performance drums 1 MIDI. I'm now gonna open Superior Drummer, which is just a superior sound. And here I can import the, let's choose, I think Death. Yes, Death. Oh my gosh. This drum set sounds so good. And let's put on some preset. Doesn't really matter. Now let's pull this in. And MIDI. And now I wonder if it took all the time signatures. Yes, it did. Okay. That's another thing. If you work with Superior Drummer, changing time signature is a big pain in the ass. It has to line up exactly with what you're doing in your DAW, and that's hard to coordinate. Let's just listen to drum track. Sounds better already. Okay. And from here on, I'm gonna continue working on the sounds, but this is the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Sign up to maze2eden.com. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.